Donde bajo se tan solo. Donde bajo se tan triste.
Yo, Bendición, what up, everybody? This is El Quiso back with another video. It's your boy. So I want to talk about soperas because I've noticed that no one has ever spoken about soperas. This is a topic that no one ever touches on, so let's talk about it. The overarching theme of today's topic is when it comes to soperas, the size doesn't matter. I don't want to say the beauty because some people like square soperas, some people like round. The aesthetics is all in the eye of the beholder, but the amount of details and the size, having a huge sopera for your ochun perhaps, isn't any more powerful than someone who has like their ochun living inside of an Iguera or Iguera. Okay, but let's talk about it. So what matters is the orisha correctly consecrated and done correctly. What the vessel happens to be, that's secondary. So what is a sopera? For anybody who doesn't speak Spanish, because I still don't, the word sopera means soup vessel, soup tureen. That's literally what it means. The sopera, sopa, soup, era, I guess tureen or whatever, I don't know, soup holder. But a sopera is the vessel, the container that houses the orisha inside, the consecrated orisha that lives inside, the tools, the otanes, all that jazz. So, the first sopera, let's go down the line as like the simplest to the more ornate kind. This is a gourd, dried gourd. Check it out, okay? So before all these super duper fancy Chinese looking soperas, we had this, okay? Now I don't have a top for this, but you can picture, like if you got this, now keep it there in your mind's eye, and then this on top. That's it. That's the whole sopera. That's it. And you can literally house anybody in this. Now, there's a bunch of caveats that I'll be throwing in, like Chango usually doesn't live in here. He lives in wood. Agayu lives in wood. Sometimes Obatala lives in metal, like silver, pewter, or at least a silver color metal sopera, like aluminum or something. Sometimes Olokun lives in a tinaja instead of a sopera. Whatever, but I'll go over all those, because this is going to be a long video, so I'm just going to break this in half, okay? So this, in Spanish, is called an Iguera. The Dominicans say Iguera. The Puerto Ricans say more Jícara. Cubans say Jícara. But it's just a gourd. That's all it is, it's squash. That's dried out. Okay, this is it. Nothing fancy, nothing particularly beautiful about it. But yeah, so, and this comes in various shapes and sizes. These things get really, really big, they get really, really small. This is actually a kind of big one. Okay, so let's carry on. So the next one that I want to show you, I don't have, well, I say before I show the next one, the next one, level 2, if you will, is a tinaja, earthenware. And that, well, let's see, I know I have one, Oh Lord, where is it? Oh, whatever. Okay, I go. So this is earthenware, okay? This is what makes up what's called a tinaja. I do not own a tinaja. But this material, earthenware, this is what you'll find at your Lowe's or Home Depot. This earthenware material. Very simple material, and it gets the job done. Again, any orisha, or I'll say most, I'm gonna generalize because I don't claim to be no expert, and I got a lot of haters. I don't claim to be no expert. And just to be facetious, I always say I don't know nothing. you know, this, most any santo can live in this. And then same thing with this material, the tinaja, most any orisha can live in this, inside of this material. So it doesn't need to be like the most grand sopera. Next is ceramics. Chinese went to Cuba and they introduced their china, fine china and the porcelains. This material, everything I'm showing you doesn't have any orisha living inside of it. I just enjoyed collecting soperas over the year with the intention of, that's a nice sopera. Someone's gonna live nice in that. So this is another tiny one. You notice the size. This is big enough for ibeji. It's nice and round. I like it. This is another round one over here. You know, it's taped up, so you know, even this. So ibeji can live in here. You know how much this costs? $3, and you get 2 of them. That's it. This material is the most common material that you'll find of a santero having their orisha housed in. Big enough for the ibeji. Now these, if you put them together, yeah, ibeji can live inside of it, but they're twins, so you'd have at least 2 of these or 2 of these, but not one of these. They're supposed to be identical twins. So after that, the next level up, which is not big in size, but it is big in aesthetics, in my opinion. Maybe some people will find this a bit ugly. I thought it was pretty, so I picked it up. This one, which when I saw it, it has a very Catholic looking look to it. Let me show you like this. No, my finger's in the way, it's not giving the full effect. But you know, you can see it. For me, it's a beautiful piece. You know, and you know, you can, you know, this is not a big, to give some scale to some size, like this is the size of my hand, you know, and this is the size of the sopera. I mean, I know I got big hands, but trust me, this is not a big sopera, and this is more of a glass material. And ochun can live inside of here. Any orisha can live inside of here, honestly. Again, chango, you wouldn't put chango in here because chango lives in wood. Orumila lives in wood. But you can fit a yemaya in here. You can fit an oya, you can fit an oba, you can fit a friggin' ochun. Maybe the tools wouldn't permit, but the otanes themselves, this is all you need, guys. You know, a super large sopera that takes up freaking half the room. It's not necessary. So don't be preoccupied with the size of the sopera.
Modest budget. I like that boulder. That is a nice boulder.
You know, but there are some big, beautiful soperas, and there's some tiny, you know, soperas. I like tiny because it takes up less space. And it gets the job done. Especially if you're in perhaps a transitional phase in your life. Maybe you plan on moving soon and having a 6-foot yemaya because at your crown isn't the best idea. Maybe you should get the simple. When you see the sopera that you want to transfer your santo in, buy the sopera, clean it in the correct omiero if you have access to that, and then one day, be it months, years down the line, then transfer the santo from the little one to the big one. Of course, always asking permission with obi. That's a whole nother story, yada yada yada. But I prefer small, takes up less space. You know, yeah, that's just me. I do prefer small, but sometimes I find something that I simply cannot do without. You know, I'm gonna leave that one for the end because I forgot about this one. This one is I don't know what kind of material this would be, but it's big. I don't know. It's like a plexiglass. I don't know. When it comes to materials, I'm not smart with those. It's like a hard plastic or something. I don't know if it's earthenware, but yeah, this is another beautiful sopera that I've gotten. It has etchings of the world. You could put a yemaya in here. You can put an bacala in here. Where's the top? Oh, the top of this thing. Boom! Right there. I think it's a nice piece. And actually, olokuns, many people's olokuns are in a sopera like this. At least the shape size. There's the shape and the actual size, because this is big. This is maybe 2 feet tall, and you have olokun sitting on the floor. As long as, when it comes to a sopera, as long as you can fit your hand inside for the most part, because you got to be able to go in and out of the sopera. That's the main thing. You know, big enough for the tools and the otanes. At the least, the otanes. At the most, your whole hand, so that it's easy. You know, you got easy access to take what you need out, put what you need in. You know, as you add to the contents of the sopera. And keep in mind, sopera literally means soup terrain, but people will refer even to like changos, which is, you know, wood, or ruminas, which is wood. Some people will just say sopera, regardless of the material. It's just the house in which the orisha is living in, the vessel, the container. Shit, I mean, I've seen videos in from Nigeria where they got their orisha living inside of Tupperware, plastic Tupperware, and that would be called the sopera, because it's just what houses their particular orishas. And that was in Nigeria, so. You know, ain't nothing wrong with that. I mean, if that's what the best they got, that's what the best that particular household got. Not everything has to be some grandiose thing. I'll just show it. I'm too eager. So this big one that I call the Big Kahuna.
Donde va José